Hello friends, you welcome to my complete Java course. In today's video lecture, we are discussing about the interview questions regarding the exception handling. So let's start. So whatever the question I will discussing here, you get the answer of this question from my videos lecture. So before watching this video, watch my all the exception handling video, so you will get all the answers from that videos. And if you are not find the answer, or if you have a problem in any questions, you can ask me, I will explain more. Okay, so let's start. The first question is, what is exception in Java? Next question is, how the exception are handled in Java? Is finally block always get executed in the Java program? What are the differences between error and exception in Java? What statements can exist in between try, catch, and finally block? Are we allowed to use only try block without a catch and finally blocks? What are checked and unchecked exceptions in Java? What is the differences between checked and unchecked exception in Java? What is the difference between final, finally, and finalize in Java? What is try with resource concept in Java? How it differs from the ordinary try statement. This is the feature of Java 7. We'll discuss later. What is runtime exception in Java? Give the example. What is the difference between class not found exception and no class def found error in Java? Can we throw an exception manually or explicitly? Does catch block rethrow an exception in Java? What is the use of throws keywords in Java? Why it is always recommended that cleanup activities like closing the DB connections and IO resources to keep inside a finally block? What is out of memory error in exception handling? What is class cast exception in exception handling? What is difference between throws and throw in Java? What is stack overflow error in exception handling? Which class in the root class for all types of error and exception in exception hierarchy? When do we use print stack trace method in Java? Give some examples of checked exceptions. Give some examples of unchecked exceptions. List the methods in the throwable class. What is a SQL exception in exception handling? What is array index out of bounds exception in Java? What will happen if an exception is thrown by the main method? When an exception is thrown by the main method, then JVM terminates the program. As a result, you will find the exception message and stack trace in the system console. Is it legal to have an empty catch block? Answer is yes. What are the keywords in Java for exception handling? List some important methods of the Java exception class. What are the advantages of using exception in pure programs? What is unreachable catch block error? Can we provide the statements after finally block if the control is returning from the finally block itself? Does finally block get executed if either try or catch blocks are returning the control? Suppose there is a catch block corresponding to a try block with the three statements, statement 1, statement 2, and statement 3. Assume that exception is thrown in statement 2. Does statement 3 get executed? Answer: statement 3 will not get executed because once a try block throws an exception, remaining statements will not be executed. What will happen if we override a superclass method which is throwing an unchecked exception with a checked exception in subclass? So friends, thank you for watching this video lecture. Watch my next video lecture for learning new things in Java.